try this again. And whoop, just restarted. Hey. Well, let's see. I don't know where to set you guys for right now. Let's see. Here, I'll see. Hang on. I'm trying to get you guys. Guess you're looking at the ceiling right now. Okay. There's the 80 over. Trying to cheat a little. I heated the block with the space heater to warm it up. So maybe this stuff will stick better. Hey everybody. Yep, this is the 80 over. She's covered with some self-etching primer as long as this can of primer works. Not like the last one. Let's see, so. Stay down. Might be too warm for my tape, though. What's a little primer on your thumb, huh? I'm using a self-etching here, so. I'll read comments here in a few minutes, but well, having a warm block is helping it dry faster. Yep, got the 80 overall washed up now, and actually that can actually go all the way upside down. There we go. There we go. Yep, the 80 over. I honed her out today, and she actually looks pretty good. Honed up nice. I did that off camera. Just been trying to prep this thing for paint for about 2 hours. It's just taking forever tonight. This thing acting up already. Let's see. Got any comments? Hey, King Cans. Hey, Matthew. Yep, we want to watch a little paint dry here for a little bit. And having a warm block seems to be helping because I don't know what color to paint this one. Been thinking some crazy colors. Just getting the cover with the primer right now. Get my chair. Get out of the way. So, well, everybody, it's been a crazy week, as you know. Mama Bear's mom gave us a scare. She had to go in for emergency surgery Thursday. So, Mama Bear won't be with us tonight. She's up taking care of her mom. I had a boat too close. Yeah, I'll just hold this. Get this quick. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Squirrel's been doing okay. It'll probably tomorrow. She'll fall apart again. That's when the service is for that young gal. Just love that one the tape don't stick. Ah. There we go. Shoot this side quick. Looks like I got it all. There. At least this can of primer's working, not like the last can. It broke on me. But, yeah. You got the 80 over going together. Let's see. Hey, James, how you doing? Glad you made it, but yeah. F16 to 72 was the 80 over block. I got the pistons right there. I honed the block like I said today. Oh, that was, I bet you that was fun. We got the 60 over pistons over there. Hey, Shepherd. Yeah, I honed it and washed it and cleaned it. And one reason I heated up was I took, hi Chris. I don't think it's going to have trouble overheating because this thing was built back in 94. Or back in the mid 90s anyway. I think it's just going to be fine. But we got her all honed out and, oh, that's what I was saying. One reason I heated her up is to help cook the carb cleaner off that I washed it down with. I wanted to get a good dry base so that everything stick. I'm just wondering what color to paint it this time. Paint her Chevy orange because of the age. Paint her black, paint her yellow. I don't know what color I want to put on it. It was black when it came here. I think I might just go Chevy orange. I don't know. I guess with the block being warm, this painter's tape don't like sticking too well. Purple, no, I did a purple motor once and I'm not doing that again. No, I won't do another purple. No. That paint was... Hey, Alan. Oh, yeah, black always looks good, and I got plenty of that. And the heads are already black, so I guess... Yeah, I guess we'll paint it black. Wow, yeah, that stuff's dry already. Let's see, where is my black? Oh, yeah, I got Ford blue. I got the old Ford blue. Oh, maybe I don't have black. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Just a second, I'm looking. Oh, I had black because I didn't buy any the other day. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. I got semi-gloss and shiny. I didn't realize I had. We'll go shiny. I don't think I got enough. Oh, that can's empty. Hey, how's everybody been doing? I've been putting miles on. Been running here, running there, dealing here, and trying to get things done and keep things going. Yep, hey, Super Duty. Yep, she's 80 over. Hey, Casey, how you doing, bud? See, you could be over here sniffing paint with me, too. I got the air filter on right there. So, Nice fresh can. Oh. Yep, Mama Bear's grandmom decided to give us a little scare this week, so. Ooh, that covered. That's covered real nice. Let's see. Kind of get you guys. Come on, sit up there. Yeah, I guess you. I'll just pull it back a little. Anyway. Yeah. I guess black it'll be. It's covering really good. Front here before I roll it. Just keep spinning that slow. And, well, that's close. Yeah, I kind of wanted to get this thing together, get these parts ate up, because, yeah, there's more stuff going on. We will hear another 383 in the shop here soon, because I got one I'm finishing up. Let's see, anybody see me? Yeah, I forgot to pick up a new one when I was out today. I went for some engine stand bolts and some carb cleaner and painter's tape, and I walked out $50 poorer after getting that stuff. I was like, good God. Wasn't like I wanted to. Oh, well. Can't take it with you, just we'll spend it while we're here, huh? This is a new one for us. I don't think we've ever painted a box together. Ah. Woof! If my one Canadian friend was on here, he'd probably be giving me hell for the way I'm painting. He's got OCD. I think we got her. First coat anyway. Alright. We'll let that dry, give her one more, and then we'll call it good. Let's see. Where'd that go? Oh, there it is. Need my water jug. Filled it earlier, walked off and left it, and didn't take it with me, so. Yep. I'll sit you guys right here on a freshly painted motor, see if you guys stay sanding for me. Right there. There we go. I wish, Casey, you've been sniffing paint already, ain't you? Talking like that. Oh, let's see what's the other comment. Come on. Actually, this stuff was the stuff I went and bought doesn't stick where the crap, and it was $5.99. This stuff here, this green, found that on the highway one day. Yeah, I didn't even look to see what the 4 bolts and 16 washers cost me. Let's see. Yeah, let's see how bad those bolts were. Oh, Jesus. Those 4 bolts and 16 washers, $3.99 a pound, $2.19 for 4 bolts, 16 washers. Because I didn't have any bolts for this engine stand, I couldn't find them. And then last time I was using sockets and that, so I went and bought some regular bolts, and holy moly, oops, that light's right in your guys' view. Yeah, it don't take long. It don't take long. Yeah, grade 8 bolts. I really don't want a motor falling on my toes, so you probably go overkill for what I'm doing, but I'd rather have overkill instead of broken toes. Get over here. There. Block that light. Yeah. Did some wheeling and dealing yesterday, and I got a little room back in the shop, and dirt motor's up getting cleaned, and the crank's getting polished. Yeah, I said crank polish. So, and with the 80 over here, I got 2 choices on cranks, and I haven't made up my mind yet, but I think I know which one I'm going to use. But yeah, we'll get that all done up, and both cranks will be done up. They're done up. It just I gotta pick which one I really want to put in here, because part of me, I got a crank that's iffy, but it'll run. So at the same time, I don't want to put a really good one in here in case this motor does give it issues, and I ain't throwing away a perfectly good crank. So I'll have to see how they polish up when they're done. So, but yeah, I'm working. I've got a video in queue, and well, now that one's going to wait because there's going to be more of that motor. So I'm trying to get it to where you guys got videos once, two to 3 times a week. I want to start stockpiling them up have them queued and waiting to where all I got to do is go and hit publish. I want to try and get this stuff in order and get them into their correct playlist from here on, so that everything's easy to find. Hey, Greg. So, yep. Got the dirt motor stuff sitting right there, and yep. Go on and get ready to put the 80 over together this week, Greg. Eat up some of these parts laying around here. Gotta make room for that big Ford to get over here one of these days. Yeah. Well, that paint dried fast already. I'll give her a few more minutes, and I'll give her one more coat, then we'll peel her off, and I'll show you how the cylinder wall's cleaned up. I'm really happy with the way this thing cleaned up. The scratches that I found in the cylinder when I tore it down, they're gone. They honed out. And I didn't hone it that much, so I probably should have showed you doing the hone, but I didn't. Yep, gotta make room for that big black Ford. Met another YouTuber yesterday. Was part of the road trip, and if anybody knows of a valve facer, I need a valve facer now, and I'm working on an old 72 350 that's been bored 80 over by some engine remanufacturer. Anyway, I need a valve facer. Then once I get that, then I'll be ready to start doing my own valve jobs. Well, Chris, you'll have to stay tuned. I can't get to him right now. I've got something that works. I've got something. Yeah, this year is going a lot better. Yeah, I'm kind of anxious to get Monday. I'm supposed to have the dirt motor back, and I'm waiting on parts for another build. They didn't get here Friday like we were hooked. Yeah, big old Ford. Uh, the other parts didn't get here Friday like we were hoping, so I guess they'll be here tomorrow. And yeah, I've got some engines planned on coming up and some ideas that I've got some stuff in the works I'm thinking about. Cleaning yesterday, I found another block I forgot that's 20 over, and I got a set of over pistons. Well, whatever pistons were in that block were too tight. Well, must have been loose because the ones I got to put in it are tight, so I got to take that one up and should be able to just hone it and put them in. Hey, Thomas, we're doing pretty good. Oh, really? Okay. What bore were they, Chris? I did the the old three leg hone in the Bury brush. She's doing pretty good. It'll be probably tomorrow night that she'll fall apart again because that's the funeral and there will be a viewing. So 30 overs. Ooh. That's yeah. 6-inch rods. Oh wow. Okay. So yeah, the funerals, the viewing is from 4 to 7 tomorrow. Then after the viewing, they're doing a service. So, Chris, do I got you on my phone? Actually, where the heck is my phone? Uh-oh. I just realized I can clean, but the boring hone, and right now they take it to the machine shop. And he's doing a pretty good job. Uh-oh. Huh. I have lost. Okay, Chris. Yeah. I got you on my phone, right? Unless I just lost it. Um. Oh, there it is. I'll come in out of the fumes for a little bit anyway. So. Because I think I got you and another Chris goofed up. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's the same Chris. Let's see. I'm trying. Come on. Let's see. Is that the correct one? I don't know if I'm on the correct. Yeah, I got the volume down. Yep. Okay. All right. Oh, Thomas, prayers have been answered in strange ways, and Mama Bear kind of, well, she had to go take care of her mom because she had emergency surgery Thursday for gallbladder infection, and yeah. Okay. Let's see. Chris, email me at that address. Uh, is there? I might have been getting you confused with the other guy. No, Chris. Sorry about that. Cause I'm checking my. Let's see. I want this. Let's see. Yeah, that's another guy. Yeah, email me at that, and I'll get you my phone number there, Chris. Yeah, that's another guy. Okay. I'm bad with names. I'm sorry. So, yeah, let me know when you got that there, Chris, and I'll go ahead and get that off so it ain't there just, hell with it. I don't care. It's just an email. I don't ever hardly get much in that one. I shouldn't say that. Now somebody will probably flood it, but yeah. I'm going to put that, okay, that's fine. I'm going to put that, remember that 327 we did a year ago? And then he had his own cam he wanted to put in there. I'm going to put that one in, the one that Mama Bear built. I'm going to put her new cam into that 80 over because after looking at the cam that was in the 80 over, it does have a few lobes starting to round off. So we're going to put that, what's supposed to be a 300 horse camshaft into that. So I got the cam and lifters for that. And oh wait, maybe I don't have the lifters. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, if I got the lifters, I got the lifters. If not, I'll find some. Oh, Andrew, yeah, I am. Hey there, Katana. How you doing, Matt? Oh, weather got nice today. A little froggy, but it's been nice. At least it was warm in the shop, so we'll get this block in there. You got her? Okay. I'll get it. Just go ahead and knock that out of there. And there. There you go. Yeah. Now I have to make sure I put the right name with that one. If anybody ever found my phone, they'd be looking, they'd be wondering what the heck kind of people I know. Because most of you guys, I put like YouTube or what we talked about as part of your name. So, let's see. Maybe if I said you guys, whoa, I'm sorry. There. Hey, now you guys can see a little bit better. Where's that can of paint? Oh, that's on the other end of the bench. So, I'll give her one more coat here. Call it good. It's going to be a pretty nice looking 80 over motor. I got a feeling this 80 over is going to run just fine. This is made it from 90s to, I don't know what year it went out of commission, so. Okay. This side. So yeah, since I got the parts for this one, I don't know, depends on what time the parts get here for the other ones tomorrow. Okay, let's see if we can roll this over without wearing it. I knew I forgot one side when I painted it before. a little thick in here. Alright, we'll let this dry for a few minutes and I'll show you how it honed up here. That filter works so good. I mean, it pulls it up there. When I weld in here, that filter will clean the air. And all it is a furnace fan with a 1 inch by 20 by 20 filter. Whoa. Okay, fall. I don't care. Through there. Hey, Mr. Matt. How you doing? Oh. Hey, Matt, you should put this motor in your Camaro and have fun with it. Run her until she blows. You're good. Let's stick a 406 or something in yours. There ain't no paint runs. Those are speed traps. Or speed, and they'll make turbulence make it go faster there. Oh. Now the paint runs will just be on the Ford because they'll be crying. I was talking to a guy yesterday and he was talking about his motor that he had worked on, and the guy was one of those racers. You got 3 laps to go and she's reading 300 on the temp gauge. As long as it's still turning, he's still going. And they let it cool down naturally, and they started up. It had good oil pressure in that. They thought, well, they got lucky. Till the next week. Yeah, then they tore it down. Literally had the cam bearings doing a tear effect on the inside. He got her that hot and melted the cam bearings. That's right. That's when you know when you got enough paint. Yeah, that's what they make razor blades and polishers for. But hey, this is that 80 over motor. It may or may not last. Who knows? It might surprise everybody, including me. But yeah, I did the old 3. Well, did you find it on the reservation dump? Oh, I come up with a new one. Ford backwards, don't rely on Fords. There you go. Yeah. All right. We'll be nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's awful hot to melt the cam bearings out. Yes. That's crazy. I ain't ever had one do that. I've had them spin before they done that, but yeah, that would have been something to see inside your motor. But yeah. Oh, yeah, so yeah. And Matt, those tires have been coming in very, very handy because I've been all everywhere. That song, however that goes, I can't sing, but yeah, we've been everywhere. Oh, now we got what we got. I don't, yeah. Not sure Mama Bear's coming home tonight or not. No, you know how you make a Ford run, don't you? You take it to a Chevy mechanic, so you're gonna be okay. Oh, well, at least you haven't hit any concrete walls this year, have you, Matt? That had to hurt like hell last year when you did that, when your brakes gave out. I've been trying to drink a lot more water here lately because, oh, notice if I eat anything that's cooked in grease, it's not setting well. So, yeah, I got so much that's going to be taking place. I'd like to say, but I don't want to spoil it for everybody. Kids. Days I like to just throw this. Oh yeah, we'll get that old 460 the thing. We'll get her to make so much power you're going to have two halves of a motor when you stand on the gas because she's going to split right down the middle. We'll make that much power. Then that's when we know we better quit. So yeah, I'm going to start trying to stockpile videos, like I said, and get them there. So on the weeks I absolutely don't do anything. And I guess it kind of throws everybody off on the timing as when things are getting done. So yeah. Oh yeah, just a second. I'll show you something. No, not me. Well, aren't those a pretty little piston, huh? Nice flat toppers. Uh, Anybody tell me the brand with it? Just I won't roll over the bottom piston and give it away, but yeah, like I said, I might even found a block that I might have that's good that these will fit because these are even a standard bore. So yeah, there's some interesting stuff that's going to be coming up. It's gonna. No. Hi, Brian. No, they're not Keith Blacks. One of those cases being at the right place, right time. Let's see, I'll cover up the name and I'll give you a shot from the bottom side. There you go. Yeah, that's a pretty close spelling there. So yeah, we got those coming up. An old block. I kind of partially measured it last night, and when I was told to run for clearances on those, when I was told to run for clearances, it might be within spec. So yeah, somebody knows. Somebody always knows something, whether or not it's the right something they know. So yeah. Yeah, Sean was. I knew what he was meant, and yeah, they're mole pistons, or however Molly, or however you pronounce it yourself. But yeah, there's going to be an interesting build coming up with those. So I just yeah. Oh wait, wait until you get a text message from my phone. Jesus, that thing says whatever it wants to. Let's see. I know certain few people that do talk to me. I kind of fill them in give them a little bit of a behind the scenes of what's coming up. So, what I got told with those, yeah, it's. Okay. You see what? Yeah, there's going to be. Yeah. Get rid of that. Yep, going. Yeah, those are a nice piston. They do have. They're used, which I don't mind used stuff. Like I said, never anything good in the email. Okay. Anyway. Okay, Casey, you take her easy. And I don't know how long we'll be here. We're having fun, so we'll keep going. Yeah, we got to unwrap the 80 over here before. So I can show you how the cylinder's cleaned up. I'm really happy with the way that thing cleaned up. It really cleaned up good. So I got a feeling that's going to be a good running motor, and it's going to surprise us all. So can't wait. The dirt motor cam's coming. That should be here hopefully by the end of the week. We'll see how that one does. Tell you, it's getting with what's going on and what I'm doing. It's kind of getting busy. I almost need somebody to run the video camera and videotape me doing stuff, because I just get in the groove, getting stuff done, trying to get stuff done around here to keep the old funds a flowing, and some stuff doesn't get recorded. Let's see what's that. Oh yeah, hey, yeah, let's see. Camper Mike ain't even here. Yeah, it did cleaned up nice. Let's see, is he on? Yep, he's not on. Okay. Oh yeah, let's see. Here, let that guy know. Ah. You're funny, Randy. Let's see, where is he? Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, minimized you. I don't know what's been said. Okay. He's still at Taco Bell. He must be. I can't remember. He said he was going to be busy this weekend or what he was doing. I don't know. Usually he's reminding me, "Are you going to start your show?" But take another drink and we'll go see how that paint's dried. Sorry about that. Okay. All right. Well, hey, I got to keep you on your toes there, Randy. I figure you something to watch while you're trying to fix a Dodge. I'll put this back before it gets knocked down and broke, but yeah. Oh. See, the pile's a little shorter right now. Whoa. Shit. I about went over. I went over. Let's see if it's tacky or dry. It's dry. Well, heck. All right, let's get her unveiled. All right, there you guys are. I'll catch up with the comments here in a few minutes, but Cardboard comes in handy. Yeah, there's still a little heat coming off the motor. Yeah, that just does make a better looking paint job. Everybody else doing auto paint, I'm doing engine paint. By the time you don't want it to stick, then it sticks. Go figure. I haven't even showed you guys yet what I picked up. Mama Bear and I picked up last weekend. I don't know if anybody knows about that yet. One person does. I just told them today. Want to play it with a tape ball of tape? Those kind of look pretty in black. Say cardboard's my friend today. Alrighty. She looks pretty dang good. Okay, here's the inside, guys. Get it to where. There she is, all nice and cleaned up on the inside. Camper, yeah. Yeah, I don't remember. Anyway, there's the main bearing saddles and the oil pan rails, oil filter. Second. Roll, doggy. Yeah, I don't know how well it's gonna. There's how the cylinders look. Don't ask me why. Oh, it's a shadow. But that is not a dark spot in the cylinder, so don't ask me why that's showing up like that. But yeah, they've cleaned up, and this is the one here. They had a lot of scratches in it, and they honed out. So and there's the lifter valley. This block came out of a TRH. We'll have to go look that up here. See what this originally was in. But yeah. There she is looking. I do have a couple of shadows, but you can't fill them. But yeah. It took a while to find it. I used the old 3-legger and the old dingleberry over there. So, what did I say this was? TRH. Let's go see what that truck block. Let's go see what it came out of. Alright, TRH. Minimize this and Is that one? I got two different ones that I usually use. The crossword. Nope, it's not that one. It was the other one. Of course, I hit the wrong one. That's what she said. Where'd it go? I just looked at it. There it is. No, that's not it. I know it's on this computer. I'm putting cast iron rings in it. Oh, yeah, there it is. TRH. T. TRH 1972 350 conventional cab manual tranny truck with 175 horse. It came out of a C20 and C30. So that's probably why that block was able to go 80 over. So yeah, TRH. I use who the heck is nastyz28.com. They got that. So yeah. That's cool. Heck, that I wonder. A B C D E F. July of 72. Mama Bear's just a few months older than that. I ain't gonna say which month. Don't give it away. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, bye. Hey, Dwayne, how you doing? Yep, we just got the 80 over primed and painted and looking pretty good. Got a set of Mexican heads I'm going to put on it. Because the heads that were on it when it came here were shot badly. I mean, it looked like musical notes with the valve train as I took the rocker arms off. Thank you. Yeah, we're doing good. Been interesting. Hey, it's Sunday, ain't it? Cool. Means I should have more engine parts so we can do some more engine builds this week. Okay. Which motor you want to know about there, Leo? This 80 over, I don't know. It's just one that I found that was that way. And the bore ain't wore out. That's the only reason it's going back together. And the cam that I'm going to put in, it's supposed to be a 300 horse replacement cam that one company I deal with up here offers. So had that cam in a 327 and it did sound pretty good. Yeah, I've got things keep going. I want to start taking a few of these things to the dynos and actually getting real numbers on them and see what they are making. I'd like to know myself. And oh, okay. Yeah, it's just got the stock pistons in it right now, so this one's just kind of being put together for maybe a farm project or something, or if somebody wants it worse than I, it'll be for sale. Hopefully by the end of the week we're hearing it run, because I should have everything for that motor. I should. Yeah, I kind of getting to where I want to hear it. That's why I looked at it today. I'm like, all right, you're getting honed and cleaned and prepped today, so that's what I did. I got tired of running my knees into it. Uh, so yeah. Oh, I just want to say so much more, but I'm not going to jinx it because every time I said it last year, things happened and didn't go the way we wanted. So, hey there, Lightning, how you doing? Uh, yeah, I know you're kind of feeling under the weather, and oh yes, and also to another fellow YouTuber got a hold of last weekend was a bad weekend. Another YouTuber got a hold of me, and they lost their he lost his stepdaughter Saturday night in a snowmobiling accident. She was 39 years old, so I guess keep his family and her family and that in prayers and too. So yeah, last weekend was tough on a lot of people. That 80 over. What did we figure that out? I had that figured out. Like 367 or something. I can't remember. Yeah, 350 crank. Um, here we'll just do this. Cubic inch calculator. Oh, there. I want this one. See what this says. Yeah, it's a 364. That's a 363.98, so it rounds up to a 364-inch motor at 80 over. I want to see something once. Change that number to. Okay, that doesn't change nothing. Okay. Alrighty, yeah. So that's a 364. So yeah, the little 364. It's 4 cubic inches over the maximum. Uh, that's something I've been wanting to look up too. I should look up this year's IMCA rules. See what the. I heard they changed a few rules again. Ooh, that's a good question there, Tweet. Um, as it just a second here. Uh, Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. If that thing was 160 over, that would make it a 378 cubic inches. Out of a small block. Oh boy, they've really redone the rules. Okay. Where's the one on the engine? Okay, the exhaust. Let's see what the rules are for the exhaust this year. I gotta blow it up. No, I'm not blind. I'm just, yeah. Okay. Exhaust. OEM cast iron exhaust manifolds only. No center dump type manifolds. Exhaust manifolds can be ported and not drilled. That don't make sense. Oh, exhaust manifold port can be ported and drilled to fit. No adapters allowed between the manifold and the head. All engines must use. Oh, they did. Uh-oh. All engines must use a maximum of 2-inch OD exhaust pipes now. Exhaust pipes must extend past firewall and turn toward the ground. Must remain dual exhaust, no crossover or Y pipes. No pan evac system, exhaust sensors, coatings, or wraps. Mufflers recommended. Okay, they've now limited our. Hey, Mark. Hey, Ronnie. Hey, Ken. Kind of checking out the rules for this year. They have now took us from a 2.5-inch exhaust down to 2-inch. Okay. Where's the engine? Okay, engine. God dang glasses. Oh, maybe if I clean them, that would help. All cars utilizing the GM 602 crate engine must clearly display on both front roof posts the Chevrolet Performance emblem. Oh. Yeah. Crate engine must be unaltered, sealed GM 602 crate. This is for hobby stocks this year. Crate engines with Chevy logo cap seals must have IMC cable lock seals. Upon inspection, any different, altered, or missing GMC built will result in an automatic IMCA penalty. Automatic penalties for crate rule engine violations, GMC cable lock, blah, blah, blah. Any driver using a crate engine cannot claim engine or have engine claim during the same season. No driver is allowed to claim an engine after competing with a crate. So, if a driver switches to a crate after claiming an engine, then that crate engine is claimable. Okay, so the claim engine, which is what we build, is any American made engine allowed block, OEM steel, passenger vehicle production block only. No GM bow ties, Ford SVOs, or Chrysler WY or W components allowed. GM approved blocks. There's a list of numbers. We are limited to a 361 cubic inch for GM, Ford 363, and Chrysler gets to get 370 cubic inch. Violation of cubic inch limit must be verified by removal of the heads and will result in disqualification, loss of all IMCA points for the season, a $1,000 fine, 30-day suspension. Dang. Compression ratio. Check using a whistler and cubic inch check using pump or visual inspection of parts and casting numbers and blah, blah, blah. So what's the compression ratio limit this year? Huh. They might have put a hole in the rules. They forgot to put their whistler. I might have to call them and say, guys, your steel oil pans, racing oil pans allowed, mandatory 1 inspection hole. So I guess I'm going to have to put that in. All right. You can cut your heads out for 202.16 exhaust for GM. Or use the AQ heads, the CH350Is. No porting, polishing, or unapproved alternations allowed to any cylinder head or intake. Disqualification and $250 fine. You can put guide plates and screw and studs in. But they did not put in a compression spec this year. I'll have to call them tomorrow and say, guys, what's your compression spec this year? Because it's not in the rules. Yeah, it's not in the rules. Huh, interesting. Well, engine claim. Right. Well, last year they had 9-to-1, but it doesn't say anything about a 9-to-1 compression. It just says it's going to be checked, but it doesn't give a spec. I'm looking back through. Maximum. Oh, there it is. They wrote it out instead of having it numbered out. They wrote it out. It is 9-to-1, no tolerances. Okay, well, it is a 9-to-1 rule. Dang. They just didn't type it out like they did last year. Okay, well, we should be good there. Okay. Yeah, Ken, it's going good. We, yeah. Ask that, yeah, just, yeah. Won't leave any markings. Oh. So, yeah, it's just kind of, so now, I might have to call the guy tomorrow first thing in the morning and say, hey, did not know that they restricted this year. Because last year was 2.5 inch. Now it's 2 inch. So yeah, I'm not sure how big a cam. That might change their cam specs, and they're going to rule themselves right out of having anybody able to go racing. You know that. That's the sad thing that NASCAR. We got 4 winners now in one race. No, you don't. You only got one winner, and that's the one that goes the whole race. And we need to get racing back to what racing used to be. Run what you brung. Run. I mean, my little cheap motors were competing against guys. I mean, it comes down to the nut behind the wheel. How crazy is he? You can have all the horsepower if you're afraid to use it out on the track. The guy with a little motor is going to take you. And then when you stand on it, by that time the track's dry slick and you're either spinning or you can't get traction. And it's not always the equipment. It's how crazy the nut behind the wheel is what gets some people. So Well, I know that what they're trying to do. They're trying to eliminate guys like me building motors, and they just go to the straight crate. Ah, there's Mama Bear. Hello. How you doing? Okay. Uh, yep, just doing a live show. Got the 80 over motor all cleaned up, and yeah. So, how's Mom doing? Yeah. Somebody going to have to go up in a day or so and check on her, or just keep calling her? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's good. At least people are checking in on her. So, all righty. Well, be careful. Still clear out. All right. I can see. I can see lights way off in the distance, so it's clear here yet. All right. See you later. Love you too. Bye. Well, Mama Bear didn't want to leave Mama, but she has to. But enough church people checking in that uh, uh, enough people checking on her. So most places have no clue. Do you? That's funny. Uh, hey, you just gave me a thought. Oh, I didn't want to click on that. Close that out. I want this. It didn't say anything about a. Oh, well. It says no 400 or larger cubic inch parts allowed. The maximum cubic inch is a 361. They don't say nothing about, hi, Casey. They don't say anything about a minimum. I think they're running the 500, 600 CFM Rochester that's been modified. Okay, before I get too excited, where's the ignition? Safety, steering, front suspension, body, doors, rear and rub rails, tires, same engine, but oh, that's fuel system. Oh man, no, you can't use cell phones, unapproved cameras, transmitting or listening devices. Timing retard controls. Okay. Oh, they don't have any bumper, rear suspension. They don't have anything about the ignition or rev limiter this year. If they ain't got nothing about having the rev limiter and that, instead of going to 360 cubes, little old school 327 out there. That throws some wrenches because back in the day we had a guy that had a 327 that outran us all. I have not seen anything about the ignition system, anything electrical or anything. Oh, tires, wheel brake system, fuel battery, gauges. Oh, there it is. They put a. Okay. Ah, Dang them. Oh, the crates are maxed out at 6,200, and the open claims can have 7,000. That's good. Now that's got me thinking now. It's got me thinking. Could prove to be an interesting year with the racing. According to them, an unaltered fuel must use an unaltered OEM 2-barrel carburetor for that engine, except booster ID, maybe machine to 1/4 inch Venturi inside diameter machine to inch and 3 inch 1 inch 375 thou. Rochester carburetor maximum of 625. So 1/4 inch maximum thickness gasket. So $50 claim on your carburetor. Hey, it blows until they read the casting number. They wouldn't know what it is. So yeah, kind of got me thinking on some other things now. We do have a 7,000 RPM limit, which that's okay. Which we did talk about that when we were talking to the cam grinder. Didn't know about the exhaust restriction though. Hey, you know what happens? Heat swells stuff, so I can't help my pipes are 2.5 inches. Yeah. That would, yeah, that. Well, that's what I'm thinking. You know. Yeah. Okay, we know Mama Bear called. I don't need my phone. Down here, under all that junk, is a little old school that we picked up. Yeah, cat, you. What are you complaining about? Oops, that's the wrong one. That was right. There. Or the 80 over. I even took and opened up the oil returns back here for this old little motor. Dang, that thing. She does look pretty good now. Yeah, let's see. I hate that when I lose track of what I was talking about. It's gone. Oh. Yeah, I guess if the parts ain't here in the morning, I'll start putting the cam bearings in and get the main bearings in and decide which crank I'm going to put in. And put that in, and we'll be ready to rock and roll and get pistons ate up, because another one's getting ready to leave us. So yeah, lots of things going on. Told the wife the other day I needed the clone machine. She laughed. She said one of me's enough. So yeah, gee, thanks, dear. Only thing is, on this one, I'm going to have to go the old school ring clamp, that band clamp to put the ring pistons and rings in. I don't. You can't even find a tapered ring compressor for an 80 over motor. So, yep. So yeah, I like that. That does look pretty good. And like I said, the heads are hiding up there right above. Okay. Right there. Get those used up. I'm starting to throw some more stuff away that's not really going to be usable or worth anything, so we're getting closer. I was in a way hoping to trying to find a block in here that I got that's got a bad 40 over bore, but I don't. And I really hate to take a block from standard to 60 over because I got a set of 60 over pistons right there. And I don't have any, well, I do have. Oh yeah, I could have done that too, I guess. I gotta get my Vortec heads that I got here in and get them checked to see if they're any good. Come on, Sheriff, move. I need to move a little. Let's see. There you are, live from inside the Lifter Valley. And that light is right. Oh, let me shut that off. I don't need that anymore. Oh! I almost need Roger to come up and burn me some junk. There we go. Look. I'm sure I'd fall on the floor too. Oh God, that's a long ways down. Ouch. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, the Vortec heads on a older school motor ain't too bad. Cheat here. There we go. Yeah, if I had more of them done up. That's why I made a trip to Omaha yesterday and met a gentleman, and I got the seat grinder part of the valve stuff, so I just got to find a valve facer or some way of facing my valves. Then I can start redoing heads. If they need machine, like guides replaced and surface, they'll go to the machine shop for that, but otherwise, yeah, we got getting to where we're getting a little, going to try and get a little more self-sufficient around here. And I got to quit being nervous. I should just call the place back. I'm looking into maybe renting or see if they got a used boring bar they want to get rid of, or see what it would be to rent a boring bar and a hone tank and maybe a head mill. And that's pretty much what's going to be. And we could do it all in-house here. It's getting to be a pretty sad thing because I talked to a couple places last week. I got all these good stock cranks and nobody wants them. Because everybody's comment is you can buy a brand new crank cheaper than you can get one turned. And I wish I knew some of the schools around here. I'd say, well, here, just give them to the students, let them turn them. If they screw them up, they screw them up. I mean, at least give them practice on turning stuff, or if they did them right, give them so much a crank to do it. And but then again, I got that many cranks ground around here. I don't know what I'd do with them because I don't have that many blocks. Which I got looking around, I'm getting low on blocks. I've got blocks in here, but they're not all mine. So I'm kind of getting low on blocks again. The oil return holes on the heads, I usually don't mess with those. This one in the 80 over, I should have taken a picture before. Both openings were about the size of a number 2 pencil. It wouldn't return to very much oil back to the bottom end. So, let's see, I'll try giving you a shot. Maybe it won't be so shadowed this way. Yeah, it's still shadowing with this camera. Yeah, when I videotape this motor, I'll get a better shot of it with the real camera. This tablet just doesn't always play nice. Okay. Now you're looking at the. See, the 80 over doubles as a camera stand. Uh, so yeah, it's a. Oh, that cam I'm going to be putting in there is a uh, CS 274 sealed power. I think that is. On the place that I usually get that stuff through said now they're having to sell milling stuff because something about the supplier or I don't know. This aftermarket parts stuff is getting harder and harder. I kind of see a good and I see a bad future for doing stuff like this because back in the late 80s, early 90s, they were screaming that that's going to come a day that we can't do this, no modifications to our motors. Well, here a couple of years ago, I got on a couple of petitions to stop it. The EPA almost put a stop to all racing and all the modifications of your cars. But yeah, that would have been a big economic bad one. What's the baddest motor ever have ever built? Wow, baddest one. I had a real hot little 355 years ago. Ran it 30 some nights in the race car, pulled it out, stuck it in my buddy's street car, and we went down to Omaha and controlled Abbott Drive for a whole night with that thing. And when they found out it was an old race car motor, they got mad at us. uh, and that had those old crap high duty pistons in them. If any of you guys remember those were a cheap piston. They were very, very cast, and they usually didn't hold up. And that one did. But otherwise, my 377 that I'm duplicating from back 27 years ago, probably the biggest horsepower one I made there for a small block. Now I got those big blocks I've done for a couple guys, which are up there. So I wish we could have taken those to the dyno and actually seen. But yeah. Otherwise, I'd have to say my 377. Well, yeah. I never got to drive my 406. The oldest child was on her way, and I sold that. Well, need diapers and that, so I never got to drive that. I got it in the car, but I got it fired up for the guy, and then I went in a modified, and I don't know whatever became of that motor. So I never got to play with the 406. So far the 377. Can you what there, Chris? Yeah, Vortec heads. The newer Vortec heads are. Oh yeah, and I could buzz that thing. I took her up to 8,500, and that thing still wanted to climb. And the night I did that, scared the shit out of one guy, and got another guy to blow his motor up trying to catch up to us. But yeah, the 377s, they love it. They like singing, and it just had a little 289 and storm up around up north here that gave me. I mean, I couldn't pull him. He couldn't pull me. We stayed exactly side by side, and I'm sure that was more than a 289. But if it was a true 289 Ford, that was one hell of a little motor. So yeah. So yeah, 80 over. I don't know what we're going to get out of this one for sure, but it's not. This one's just being built to have a running motor. I mean, if I came across a vehicle, yeah, the 372 is just a standard bore 400. No, never mind. Uh, come on, glasses. Ooh, 409 small block. Okay. Where you're saying that you can get a crank turret for 120 bucks? Damn, Tom, that's I've been quoted over $200 to get the cranks turned here. Wow. I wouldn't mind paying $120 for a crank for something that's special. Uh, yeah, here they went over $200. By the time they're done cleaning and doing your crank, you're about 200 to 230 into it. I'm like, I got an old 327 crank. I had a thought and I need to talk to somebody, but then again, that's going to be a lot of turning. It's a large journal that's wore out, but if you turned it down to a standard small journal, you still have a still crank small journal 327. I don't know if you'd have to send that out to have it rehardened or whatever, but that'd be one way of salvaging that steel crank instead of throwing it in the scrap iron. Back in the day when I wanted to find a steel crank, I couldn't. Now, I think there's 4 or 5 of them around here, but most of them are not worth using. I'm getting like you guys. I'm kind of interested to see what this little 80 over sounds like. I don't know. Dan never showed up in here, did he? Huh. Yeah, I'm trying to find some device that I could mount on the wall. I got a couple of spots where you guys could have shop views and do a live stream and try and build an entire motor on a live stream once. That would be fun. Should have saved this 80 over until the get together this summer, which could have built this thing then. 305 Chevys were the same thing as a 350 Chevy. Yeah, like I said, these older blocks, since this is a 72, those older blocks were casted a lot heavier. I mean, you fill in the water jackets, that cylinder wall is really thick in this thing yet. And being this went into a C20 or C30, this might have been a heavier, it's a heavy pig to pick up, I'll tell you that. Even with the 80 over, so. I had a 396. I sold it 2 years ago, and it was a standard bore, standard steel crank. I don't know if that guy ever got it put together or not. He was going to have me do it and never got back to me. So, yeah, like I said, I'm hopefully we're going to have a whole bunch of videos here in the next couple of months that, like I said, this 380, this 383 here, we're going to hear that run now. I just took the hit to get them done. The guy decided to get those done after all, and so we're going to put that together and get her all timed and broke in and ready to run for him. So I'm kind of be glad to hear that thing run too. Get some noise again. Oh. Yeah, I asked everybody to say prayers there for you, bud. And Mama Bear's mom's doing pretty good now too, so we'll see how Squirrel does tomorrow. Anyway, Paul, here, since you're in here late, here you go. We got the 80 overall primed and painted and all cleaned up and honed up, and don't look like the same motor we took apart here a couple of months ago. So the 80 over is going to be getting built. And I've been looking into doing one of those 421s or 434s, and what I'm finding out is everybody says do not use a stock 400 block for those. So I don't know. If I can find a used block or somehow get my hands on an aftermarket block, maybe then. But I got tired of looking at this thing today and running my knees into it. I figured it's time to get her on the engine stand, and it's time to start eating up these parts around here and getting them back to being noisemakers and getting them on down the road again. Get them out there and let them have some fun before they can't. So, yeah, I bet you. Yep. Weigh this cylinder, if I had to weigh one of those calipers, as thick as these cylinder walls are, I'd almost say this block could go to 125 over. I don't think this one's going to have an overheating. Yeah, don't use a stock block for the 421s or 434s. Yep. I just like to put one together and go stand on the throttle once just to see how that feels. Wow, that's a hell of a price there, Tom. But what part of the country are you in? I might have to drive there. Oh man, that would be, and that's where I'm kind of getting that. I'm just going to have to look and say, well, sorry. Yeah, you got that right, Chris. Oh, they had them on sale or they're coming up on sale this month for $1,200. I can't remember what block, but yeah, this is crazy. But no, yeah, this old one laying here on the floor I showed you when I come back out in the shop area. That's the one Mama Bear and I picked up last weekend. It's an old drag race motor. A little old small journal. I figured out it's from 64 to 66, 327. But the letters on it don't come back to anything on that identification list. And I can't remember what the cranks turned, so I got to see if it'll polish up. But he greased it up when he took it apart, and it's got some pop-up pistons in it, but it's 60 over. No ring ridge, but it's 60 over. So we went and picked that up last weekend. So I got an old school 327 small journal. See what we can do with it. It's been kind of nice being busy instead of sitting around twiddling my thumbs. Kind of nice getting all this extra stuff out of here. Starting to thin out. Make room. Get moved on to the next things. That might suck. Looking at the block I'm going to use for the 406, it doesn't have the it's got the metal casted, but it doesn't have the hump for the straight across starter bolt. That would be cool, Chris. That'd be cool. Like I said, I found a 20 over block. And then I got some 20 over pistons that come out the block they came out of. was wore too bad, and this one looks like it's too tight. So the variance in piston manufacturers. Yeah, I thought about kind of kicking that idea around, seeing about having a week long, maybe once or twice a year, do a week long engine build. Have people show up and for a week sit here, talk about things and show things and do things and that, and build a motor during that week, test fire it, and run it at the end of the week. If it runs, you pass. If you don't, we go back to the beginning of the week and start over. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows? I guess it's nice hearing from other people that. I know you're right, Thomas. It has. It's nice hearing from you guys that some of the videos, like I said, when you clean a motor, is it clean? Take it to the machine shop, is it clean? And then you get it home and you start checking, and you find out it's not clean as what you thought. I mean, and I guess people do pay attention to the videos, and it makes me feel good that, oh yeah, you know what, I used to do this, and then you brought up something, and now I do this because what you said, and I'm like, well, that's crazy. Some people do listen. So, and there's been a lot of old school stuff that I've taught that isn't getting passed on to anybody else. So that's why I do YouTube. Try keeping these old motors alive. I mean, it'll be a sad day when the last one of these is run or destroyed. Well, thanks, Chris. There's some simple stuff, and like I said, I can get to where I can start doing my own head work and that, and do it with the old stone setup. I mean, yeah, you can buy a carbide cutter and go, tweet, done. Well, with the stone, you got to think. North Carolina, yeah, that is a little bit of a drive to get a crankshaft. Yeah, that would be a little. So, do it the old school way with the stones like I used to do. Knowing what I know now, I would go back in time and tell myself not to sell the engine equipment that I had. God, I got stupid. But you live and learn. That's all you can do. So, yeah. Like I said, I might get this 80 over into a short block or even a long block maybe tomorrow. Because this one I'm not going to have to check the clearances like I do with the race motors. This is just a simple re-ring bearing, throw it together, and see what happens. So, so maybe in the next couple of days we'll have this one running. Yeah, I guess I just don't have the hand-eye coordination to do that. I've tried that a couple of times, and I just get flustered with myself. So 30-30, yeah, okay. Yeah. I guess they do make 40 under bearings for some Chevy, for the Chevys. I'm like, ooh, that's getting pretty. That's getting to be a pretty thick bearing there. I've ran both 2 and 4 bolt main 400s. And, well, both my previous 377. Yeah, the small journals, yeah. My previous 377 was a 404 bolt main. Didn't break it. And I know it went into a race car after that, and they didn't break it. I think it finally ended up in somebody's street car. So I don't know. Sometimes it depends on how the block's made, prepped, and that 377. I sat there with the round file and I rolled every edge, took every sharp edge out of that motor. I put a lot of time in that motor. Um, Maybe doing all that is what made the difference for mine. And also, I changed it over from bolts to main studs too. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, you hear a lot of guys, oh, I broke for 400 I ran. Well, how? I mean, and I got a couple of guys around here that absolutely love these 400s because they ain't. It comes back to my old philosophy. They say it's man-made. It can and will fill at any given time, and usually when you're about 100 foot away from the checkered flag. So yeah. The only 400 we broke, well, we broke two racing. One because the rod had come up and sent the cam out the back of the motor, and the weight plate on the crank wheel, flywheel caught the camshaft and ripped out the back cam bearing boss. And the other 400 was because the car went up in the air and come down on the driver's side fender, and the training mount come undone and let it twist, and it twisted and cracked the block. Otherwise, all the 400s that I built and put in the dirt car, that's the only two that we broke. Knowing what I know now, well, back then there wasn't a whole lot available. You were stuck with either the 5.65 rods, or you had to buy aftermarket pistons to make everything work. And racing on the shoestring budget back then, you didn't get to do that. Yeah, the crate motor I tore down. They have, when they take those motors and put the aluminum intake on them and put the oil pan on them, they don't take the time to unbolt the oil pump to take out the stock oil pump drive with the plastic ring on it to put in the good steel one with the steel collar. That's pins. Now you know it ain't coming off your oil pump. That's what's in those crate motors. They just leave the plastic little ring one in there. I'm like, oh, really? And also, if you ever go to prime your engine, make sure you use a drill, not an impact gun or anything that goes tat tat while you're priming that oil, because you will break the ears off your oil pump. My cousin did that to two motors. One, he did that to 4 hours before we're supposed to be at the racetrack. Yeah, we got the pan out, got a new oil pump in it, and we made it to the races on time. Oh, that was a scramble. And the second one was his 396 big block that he had in a old Chevelle, and it had oil pressure at first, and after it got warmed up, it lost oil pressure, and he wasn't inside to see that until it started making noises, and then, well, it was late. But yeah, he used the impact gun to prime an oil pump. As soon as that starts going rat tat tat, those little ears snap right off. So yeah, do not use an impact gun or anything that has an impact function. Okay, Matthew. Yeah, I think as long as all the prep work and the right parts are put in there, that 404 bolt's it'll work. Uh, it'll work. Like I ran both 2 and 4s, and the only thing I had done to my other 377 that I didn't do to this one is had the rear main. I guess maybe I should shut up, but the rear main on my other 377, we had it milled off and put the plate so the oil pump was actually bolted to that plate instead of hanging on the rear main. So hopefully I haven't jinxed myself with this one now. But that's about the only thing I changed from this one to that one. In my first 377, I had a set of home. Well, let's see. Can I get to it? Well, here. See how smooth that rod is? This old 327 small journal had what they had, the old school beam polish done to it. And that's what I done to my 377. I beam polished the rods that I used in that one. So, and according to the rod bearings, it doesn't look like it's tore up too bad. At first, I kind of got a little excited because when I decoded it, it said that could have been a 302, 327, or a 350 from those years. Well, I'm like, it can't be the 350, but I verified the crank. It's a 327 steel. That would have been ultimate to find out it was a 302, but it's just a 64 to 66 or 7 is what it's coming back as being. So, and like I said, the letters on the front of the block, like this one we did tonight, they're not on the list. So I don't know what this could have been a warranty motor back in the day too. I think that's what my other small journal 327 over there was a warranty replacement. Is what I kind of got those numbers. Oh, I guess I should look at that number and this number again if they match, and I might have two 327 warranty motors. Oh, that'd be fun there, Chris. After doing this version of the 383, I'm kind of liking them. Again, my old versions that I done of the 383s were the short rods and just stock components. Well, after doing this, my 383, I'm kind of liking them again. So we'll have to see. Maybe there might be a couple more 383 builds. Well, I got this one for the other guy, but never know what I'm going to crank out. You just never know. You just never know when it's going to give you fits. I mean, heck, this 80 over, put it together, could fire it up, and she might puke her cookies right there as soon as I turn it over. I mean, I've heard of $100,000 motors. They go to start, they ran them, drove them on the trailer, got to the track, and that one guy pushed a button on his to start it, and literally almost all 8 rods went through the bottom of the oil pan, and all he did is start the damn thing. It just crazy on what can happen. So that would be a hard one to digest. I'd still be chewing on that metal if that was my motor. I mean, yeah, you just never know. I just kind of find it funny when somebody, hey, we'll do this if you can guarantee so many wins. I'm like, no, I won't even get into that because you never know when a motor's going to go. I mean, you can have the best of the best parts in it, and it go boom. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, well, that's what I said. Yeah, you just I don't know. You make your own. Is what you do. You do the reverse. So you to make the spatial bearings for the 377, which now they have aftermarket cranks, so you don't have to use the spatial bearings, which is good. But if you're going to make one on the cheap, you use the spatial bearings, you use the 400 10 unders, and that's what they make the spatial bearings out of. Uh, Crack the cylinders, yeah. Anyway, so you just do. I don't know. You'd have if you'd have to use a 10 under 350 bearing and then cut the thrust areas off the rear main, or What? Yeah, well, I was going to. I don't know if I got any left. I got two, but they were cast for fuel pumps, but they do not have the hole for the fuel pump rod or the drain back. Um, so I only got that one crate. So yeah, I got the. It's a one piece. So not sure if I want to leave that a stock 350 or if I want to turn that into a 383 or do something special with that too. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. Otherwise, yeah, it's been a while since I put a one piece together. I see they're coming up with a lot of stuff there, but those with the one piece, those are thinner cylinder wall. And my father-in-law, back when he was machining, when those come in, he did not want to take them. He didn't really not want to take them to 40 over. He said they were just too thin. So I guess that's where the sonic testing and all that comes in handy. It'll let you know if your block is good enough to go over or not. But you're ready. You just put it together and hope it holds together. So yeah. I think the 406 block too, I'm going to take it back in, and once I get it a little mocked up and where the pistons are, I think I want that block decked. I want to make sure it's got a good sealing surface with the heads on that. Being a Siamese cylinders, you definitely want a good seal between those two cylinders, otherwise you'll have a burned block real quick. So yeah. I still gotta get somewhere and get oh, my kids went to town where Harbor Freight was. I wish they would have told me they were going. I would have had them stop at Harbor Freight and pick up my evaporust I need. That's what I've told a couple people. If I had somebody to do my running so I could just stay here and keep going in the shop, that would be handy. Oh, that'll be interesting, Mark. That'll be interesting. Yeah, 40 over, you should be fine. Anything over 40, I'd probably be a little nervous with the one piecers. Yeah, and I got the race car. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna clean the copper coat off. We don't have to do anything to the heads this year, thank goodness. Uh, but now I gotta get all that copper coat off from the head gaskets because I've been copper coating the head gaskets the last on a few builds and seems to be helping. You're right, Mark. You never know when a part's going to fail. Hell, we don't even know when our own body parts are going to fail. I mean, when it's time to break or check out, there's nothing you can do about it. You either end up with some neat memorabilia to hang on your shop wall because remember when it did this? There was a guy that swore up and down. He was sitting at a stoplight, and the truck was idling, and it died. Just boom, just died. No warning. They tried to get it started, wouldn't. Thank goodness it was a clutch because the motor just locked up. Couldn't turn it over. So they pulled the motor out, brought it to the father-in-law, and when he was at the machine shop, and that rod was a perfect S. I mean, it was supposed to be straight like this, and it made the perfect S. And the wrist pin stayed level, but the rod just went into an S shape. And he had that hanging on the shop wall. My old shop, I used to have some stuff hanging up on the above floor of stuff that happened that you just couldn't believe happened. And knowing what I know now, I should have kept all that stuff and moved it into here or whatever. You just never know. I had kind of thought about putting a bigger cam in this 80 over, but it's just got the stock beveled edge piston, so it's not going to be a real compression motor. So I'll just put that stock replacement 300 horse in there, see what it does. I'm even going to put a cast iron intake on it too. It's going to go back to the old school ways. One reason is because I'm running out of intakes. I'm using them up. I'm going to have to start finding a few more. Been kicking that around, Sean. I've been kicking that around. Need to get a couple more motors sold, and maybe a roller cam could be in the build future this year. See how things go. I wouldn't mind learning to mess around with the roller cams now. Yeah. Yeah, the 400s did not like with the short little rod in there. That did not usually end well. That was that was a big mistake. Big problems with that. Now I had guys drag cars in here that had 400s that they locked up, and one kid I know when he locked his up, he was about 40 sheets to the wind that night too. Yeah, yeah. One of the motors that I hated pulling because we could not turn it over to get to the torque converter bolts. And looking back now, I don't know why we were trying to leave the transmission behind in the car. We should have just pulled that out with us, but I don't remember the reason why we didn't want to pull the tranny. No, probably because the kid didn't have the money for the tranny fluid. I don't know. Nah, I kind of wish I would have had this set up years ago. I wish my dad would have let me build on this spot years ago. Be interesting to see where we ended up, but hey, it's never too late in life to start and get going. And that's kind of what's going on this year. It's just kind of getting to be an interesting year with lots of things, so we'll have to see. But anyway, since I now know Mama Bear's on her way home, and as long as we've talked, she's got to be getting close, so I guess I kind of want to go home and talk to her and find out more about Mom before she goes to bed, because she'll have to be at work early in the morning, so I guess if the 80 over goes together tomorrow, I'll try and get that video out here in the next couple of days. I guess, do you guys like the shorter videos or the longer videos when it comes to the builds? I know sometimes the builds can end up taking longer than what you think. Let's see. I'll go in here. Yeah, I'll have to go in here anyway because I got to sign that one out. Just a second. Oh. Let me get in here and I'll read your comment. Okay. Matthew, on something like that. Now you run the vacuum advance, or you have the vacuum advance off. If you're not using the vacuum advance, what I usually do is rev them up about 3600 and set it about 28 to 32. If you're running the vacuum advance, set it at 8 to 10. And on old school with all that, plug gap should be about 45 thousandths if you're running HEI. So yeah, Sean, we're still working on getting the get together plans and get it to happen. So we'll let you all know. Oh yeah, I've used my woodworking tools many a time to clean up stuff around here. So anyway, everybody, I guess I want to go home, talk to Mama Bear, see how everything's going, and go from there. So, well, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. And a little more done on the motors, and there's going to be more to come. So, all right, I'll see you guys in some videos this week, and we'll catch you next Sunday night. Start at 6 p.m. Central Time on Sunday night. So, unless I'm running behind myself, then we'll get started when I get there. So, anyway, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me and listening tonight. Y'all take care. Stay safe, and stay blessed. And have a good week. Thank you, Ken. You too. All right, everybody. We'll catch you later.